Welcome to another Bijou. This morning or today, we have a tangle called Onamato or Onamato, Onamato. And this is a banded tangle. So I invite you to take a moment, take a breath, get all of your supplies, whatever you need to be comfortable, set your intention, and perhaps make a special note that this time is for you. This is for you to drop in and be fully present in the experience of this tangle. So I'm using a Micron 01, and I'm not going to do a border today. We're just going to play with this tangle, and I'm unsure how many bands we're going to do, but let's just play and see. I'm going to make a little bit of a curved line. It doesn't have to be curved like that, but I'm feeling called to do it. And I'm going to aura that band. And I'm going to leave maybe about the pen's width amount of space, and I'm going to aura again. And then if it's too wide, you can go on the inside. If it's not wide enough, you can go on the outside, or if it's just right, so to speak. And aura. Then I'm going to turn my tile. And I'm just going to pick a spot anywhere. I think I'm going to start in the middle-ish. And I'm going to draw an orb, a circle-ish shape. Like that, maybe kind of about the size of the pen cap, maybe. And same thing, I'm going to want them to touch. So leaving a little bit of space, touching the edge, and just filling this whole band with these orbs. So when we get to the edge, if we run off the edge a little bit, that's okay. And I'm going to go the other way, but for me, that means I'm turning my tile. It just feels more comfortable if I can leave my hand in the same spot and not worry about if the ink is dry or not. And then it's going to touch and go off the page. And then from here, we're going to put orbs in these bands that we drew, these tiny, the narrow bands. And so you can just really take your time and drop into putting these orbs in these bands. You can even play with which direction feels better for you. Moving toward the left or moving toward the right, or however. Sometimes when I'm tangling tangles like this with a lot of repetitive strokes, I like to just kind of explore what feels good. How does it most comfortable for me? And then the other thing is, am I sort of stretching my small motor skills, how my brain works? You can add layers to these practices pretty easily. I'm not so sure I could use my non-dominant hand for a tangle like this. It might be a little too detailed, but you could try. You can play with it. Depends on what your practice is about, right? Are you really focused on the outcome? Are you focused on the process? Where are you landing? Okay. Then our next step is to fill in, I don't know if it's fill in, it's more add an orb into these little triangle spaces that are left here. So I'm just going to take one and but I want to leave a highlight. So this is a little bit filling it in, but leaving just a little highlight in the orb. So however that works for you. Some people like to draw the orb and then draw a little circle and avoid filling in the circle. For me, I like to just kind of go round and round as I draw the orb. And for this tile, you could leave it a true mono tangle like this, Or you could go back and look at some of the other tangles and fill them in. You could do kind of a halaba effect. You could do more Onamato. You could do Onamato. You could do more Kiko. Like you could do any tangle that you want. You could play with making this a banded tile. There's many variations of ways you could play, but I'm inviting you today to explore yours. So this is it. That is that tangle. You could keep going and fill the whole thing with bands of Onamato. You could add different tangles behind and do like a halaba effect. You could do a totally different tangle style, anything you want to do. Sometimes these bands are fun to do like one band and then maybe write a word or do some dangles hanging from it. There's so many different ways you can play. But for me, I wanted to teach you that tangle. You could shade the orbs if you want to. I actually am kind of liking it just as it is, that crisp tangle. So I'm going to close this practice today. And I am a day late. I'm posting this. I apologize. I just did not get to recording it yesterday, and sometimes I work ahead. Often I do it in real time and post it right after I'm done recording. It just depends. Let's see, at 2/20/26, and my initials and the tangle Onamato. I hope you enjoyed tangling with me today. Thank you so much. Bye.